That's it, that's the key. Unlock the door. Please. I want to see my home again.
Furnace is getting weak. Council says we're running out of matches.
We'll have to harvest more trees then.
I don't like it. Losing the forest like this.
Not like we have a choice.
Mom, Dad!
Oh, girl, you startled me.
They're coming here. All of them.
What's that you're holding?
It's just a match.
The cat felt as if the walls around her were growing taller, the alleyways narrowing. Turning a corner, she bumped into a girl sitting in the snow. In her bony little hands, a lit match. "What do you think of my star?" the girl asked. "Isn't it pretty?"
Bring back warmth. With no matches left, we couldn't light the furnace. And the thief paid a terrible price for her burning greed. As the furnace died, one by one, so did we. But before we perished, the dark itself moved into our hollow husk, turning us cold and wicked. If I had a heart, I'd feel great shame for what we did. I'd feel great shame for what we did. The old man feels it too. But the day of the dark shall come in the guise of a thief, in which the stars shall quietly pass away, while the houses shall be destroyed with intense heat, and the earth and its works burned up.
We did.
Carries the shame of us all.
What I wouldn't give to hear her sing again. Those sweet, sweet tunes like fallen leaves of the trees that were. Such a waste. Such a shame. I wish I could hear her sing again. Just once. Just once. Oh, I know she stole from us. I know what she did to our town. But she could sing. This town's not much without fire, no. But it's even less without song. If I could just hear that lullaby one last time, I know I'd be able to move on. captured him once in a melody-keeping head of clay, so she could hear her beauty for herself. But I dropped it in the woods that horrible night. I was mad. So very mad. fire. Little soul, you charming little wanderer, my life's companion and body's guest. Where are you off to now? I don't know what I thought would happen. I feel a strange warmth, but just as coal runs deep in the earth, so is the shame a part of me, mine alone to bear. Burnt one, small flame. I am grateful, but I will not surrender my loneliness so quickly. I needed to ferment me, season my soul. Please, leave me.
The girl offered her burning match, her last star, but the cat could tell she needed it all for herself. Grateful for her unconditional kindness, the cat left her to her ghosts.
Shaking the cold. The door to the flame is open. It's already there. You just haven't lit it yet. Now, if you don't mind, a little spark. And just maybe we'll be able to die for real this time. In life, I didn't mind a little loneliness, but this is the worst. The furnace longs to burn once more.
me. Remove. Light the match. The match. Light it. Please. One last. Thank you.
The cat finally settled in front of a giant burning furnace. In its bright flames, she could glimpse a dark future. This did not matter to her, for now she was eternally warm and at peace.
The flame burns still, and the fire has spread along the walk. The cold takes its toll, and Potboy's flame flickers. But it is still enough for the climb to Moon Mountain, to light the final fire. The road always leads to Moon Mountain. Hark! His fire belongs to the mountain. It came from beyond the moon. You have always been destined to burn. The soothsayers have spoken.
There's a fella who watches over the midnight walk, pointy hat and hollow gaze. He's been around longer than you or I. Some say he was one of the first sculptures to have breath. Some say he's not from around here, but from another maker's work table entirely. Some say he's seen what lies beyond Moon Mountain, but I just think he's lost like the rest of us, and he's waiting for the right one to come along. Waiting for something that'll give him that eureka for his song. He keeps his banjo by his side, but he never plays it. Strange, but he's in no hurry. He's got all the time in the world.
time approaches. The road's been long, hasn't it? And it just keeps on going, don't it? Why don't you rest here for a spell? Change is in the air. Warm winds coming in from Coldhaven. I trust you're not pushing that little flame of yours too hard. He is mighty, no question about it. But between you and me, he still has a ways to go until Moon Mountain. Ah, heck, it ain't my place to tell you how to tend your flame. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be just fine. Ah, to feel at home wherever you walk. How's it? What a friend to have on the road, huh? Now, there's an open door invitation, if I've ever seen one. Go on in, then. Get some rest. I'll keep watch. Go on in, then. Get some rest. I'll keep watch. Go on in, then. Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
boatsman went out into a foggy lake to find peace. Then, out of nowhere, came another boat that bumped into his. He cursed whoever was on the other boat, but when the fog cleared, he discovered that it was, in fact, empty.
These sarcophagi are molds, rebirthing the bodies of the burnt ones. Failure after failure, they keep coming back. They lie dormant, and then they awake at an appropriate time, during times of dark, to perform a task. The taskmaster unknown, doom spelled on the flip side of a coin. Little dolls in a dollhouse made of matches. Without a little adversity.
clay. Like you, his heart is ashen, barren, yet ripe for tasty stories. You must have learned there can be no tale without spark. No spark, no path. Light the fuse. It will guide the burnt one, and mayhap feed moonward. A symbiosis most reasonable. Do you agree?
Big project, no spark. We want to dance. Why are they here? There's nothing here.
Without feathers can leave this place. So long as the craftsman laments, lost in his terrible maze, you are so
You won't love us.
Fire's back on the menu, crows.
Do you know the dance?
I see you. Not a crawl closer, Moonbird. Birds of the dark, Foxer bird. Avert your greedy gaze. The moving pictures are not for you. Avert your greedy gaze. The moving pictures are not for you. Faces behind faces. What are you tinkering with? What are you tinkering with? Birds of the dark everywhere. Father, why? I hear the road. Wait, come on. One and two and three. Four, wait, come on. Birds of the dark everywhere. Eyes on fire. Avert your greedy gaze. The moving pictures are not for you. Run! Birds of the dark everywhere. The moving pictures are not for you. Birds of the dark. The pictures. They're moving again. Forbidden. It is forbidden. It is forbidden. Hush, and no talking in the theater, fools.
Where did it go? Father, please. What happened? More stories.
Stories. How I cherish them. Real as clay, as palpable as the midnight air. They're all we have left once the dark has taken the last campfire from us. The projectors tell a story of failure. The craftsman projects it onto his creations. He keeps building, building without love for his craft. He needs to see it. Well, yours might not be a movie I would watch, but a story is a story.
The potter, stuck in the sinking clay in which he had dug so greedily, spoke his final verse. Here was I born, and here I lived. My refuge was the clay, and now the clay has played me false in a most grievous way. Blind explorers discovered a sleeping beast. Each of them touched it and described it to one another. Its skin is coarse, said one. No, its ears are big, exclaimed another. The teeth are its most prominent feature, declared the third. Who was right or wrong mattered little, as the beast awoke and ate them all.
Sister, come back.
sorry reflections of the daughter. None of them will ever dance. Ever feel the warmth of their maker's heart. They can never be enough.
After years of searching for her son, the weaver was convinced she had lost him to the dark. One night, there came a knock upon the door. "It's your son," said a voice. "Please let me in." Thinking this was some cruel spirit come to mock her grief, she remained silent until her son gave up and left, never to return again.
Their eyes so big, their smiles so hungry.
I want.
Most of my life, I've been afraid of the dark. When I was little, my childminder got annoyed with me and tossed me into a wardrobe as punishment. She let me sit there, alone, and I sat perfectly still so that no closet monsters would notice me. It was the longest, most terrible 15 minutes. Many years later, I don't know what happened, but now I love sitting alone in the dark. I get into the wardrobe, close the doors, and I sit perfectly still. It's like a void, empty, but not cold, where nothing exists and everything is possible.
Isn't that just the way? The father hoped the daughter would fill his heart with fire, failing to see that she he needed a fire of her own. His princess danced away, and he stayed behind, cemented in his ancient groove. The heart is a bottomless pit, never sated, always craving for more. Enough. Keep on walking the midnight walking. Don't run all the way to your infernal doom. She will be there to gobble up the embers.
many dreams of the mysterious moon and the critters living within its craters, and of the ocean and its deep secrets known to the sea creatures and the corals, and of the twinkling stars that had so much to tell, but then too far away to be heard. All of it intertwined in a colorful tapestry. Where was the sun? Where its warm rays should have been, there was only the vast night sky, not a star on its face. Well, the Muggle mumbled softly to herself, winter was late, so now the sun must be late too. Proud over her sound logic, she went back to her lair to take a complimentary nap. The Merkle had taken a nap that had lasted 2 decades. Now that counts as oversleeping even by Merkle standards. She had awoken anxiously this time, feeling misplaced and confused. The confusion grew further into panic when she was greeted not by the sun's life-giving caress, but once again by the silently mocking night sky. There was one star out that night, and it glowed a cold red. Who took the sun away? The Merkle asked it. But it was too distant, so she could not hear its reply if it had one. The Merkle had never felt so empty and alone. Lost in quiet despair, she managed to open up to the winds and followed their gentle push south down the Midnight Walk and to the Darklands. After a long while of following oversized snail-like tracks in the mud, trudging deeper and deeper into the mushroom-ridden swamps, the Merkle heard a harrowing howl. Up on a hill stood a looming figure, dark and still in the quiet of the night. Lo and behold, the Mulgrim, she thought to herself in slack-jawed awe. She greeted the creature with a quivering voice and, unable to restrain herself, asked, "Do you know who took the sun away?" Talking to monsters had never been any Merkle's forte, but this meeting proved spectacularly disastrous. Barely escaping the gnashing teeth of the Mulgrim, she managed to escape by jumping into a lake, following its stream away from the swamps. Although the Mulgrim was far behind her, she could still hear its melancholy howl. Mad with grief, she mumbled, "As I will be, unless I find the sun again." Tired from running, she searched for shelter and found a dark, dank cave. Cozy, even by Merkle standards. The wind blew cold in the cave, its whispers strangely soothing to the Merkle. As it turned out, the whispering belonged to a pack of starving crawlers who had begun circling her, their language known only to the dark itself. "What are you searching for, little limb tree?" they sounded in guttural unison. "These are dark days, and your kind does not belong anymore." The Merkle gathered her courage. "I am looking for the sun. I know you crawlers eat fire for dinner. Did you eat it?" They sniffed her lantern hungrily, and instinctively, she offered its flame to them. The wind The crawlers cackled like mad chickens. "Keep your fire, Clayling. Take it to the dark itself. Mayhaps there you shall find answers." Before the poor little Merkle could shriek, the crawlers had gone with the wind. Knowing not where to find the dark itself, well, everything looked pretty dark to her. The Merkle found her way back on the road, further away from home than she had ever been. The hills were looking stranger by the hour. The rocks upon them seemed to move. They were the head people, a peaceful yet grumpy sort who didn't take kindly to somebody's perusing their lands. They muttered at her as she passed them, but she couldn't make out their words. "What's that, little headlings? Are you saying you know who took the sun away?" But the heads only grunted and rolled away, back to the safety of their huts. Before she knew it, the little Merkle, lost and tired, came to stand before the dark itself, with a burning question clenched in her fist. She felt like punching the dark with it, screaming it out like the howling Morgrim, laughing it out like the starving crawlers who had nothing left to eat but the hope of others. "Who took the sun away?" it then asked the Merkle. Its voice sounded like a dark forest, deep and ancient. "It wasn't you," the Merkle retorted. "You're its complete opposite. Surely you must be the reason it's gone." The dark then replied, "I am but the absence of light, not its adversary. Light is because I am. How could I possibly hold it in my possession?" The Merkle felt her anger fade. She understood little besides one thing, that the darkness was not behind the missing sun, nor her suffering.
the wanderer asked the craftsman, "How do you make such perfect sculptures?" To which he replied, "Oh, there's nothing to it really. I go into the dark woods. I find the sculpture already waiting inside a tree. And then it's just a matter of carving it out."
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day.
Hark! Not very far now. Not very far. The flame longs to be free. Caged, it cannot truly burn. How beautiful. How tantalizing. It is simply the way of fire. It is what it is. It is what it is. You must release it at the summit. The soothsayers have spoken.
When the nameless maker lost his creation to the dark, he went back to the great drawing board. In his desperation to regain control, he made an attempt to sculpt the face of the dark itself, something he thought he'd glimpsed in his nightmares. But the face wormed itself out of his mind's eye, and instead his twisted sculptures came alive, grinning and many-legged. Thus, the Grinners escaped and seeped into this world as a reminder to the Maker that there's always something to smile about, even when things don't go the way you hoped.
Like you're about to move a mountain. That's what I get for trying to get in the way of a flame and its destination. Let him walk his walk. Ain't nothing gonna stop him now, looks like. Fare thee well now, Bud One. You're going to Moon Mountain, and that walk is for you alone. You have a tough decision ahead of you to make, just like the ones who came before. But they're all long gone. In the end, all there's left to follow is your own heart. Hurry now. Go catch up with the old little spark before the dark does. Hurry now. Go catch up with the old little spark before the dark does.
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day. Oi! You the caretaker of this little fireball? What were you thinking, letting him run off? Don't you know how precious he is? Oh, yes you are. A real sunbeam. Who took the sun away? We Merkles used to ask until it finally ceased to matter. Night skies like these, trouble seems so far away, doesn't it? I mean, isn't this just exactly my point? I used to be afraid of the dark, so much so that I became obsessed with these huge electric lamps left behind by the craftsmen of old. Couldn't pry myself away from them. I'd sleep outdoors and under their blinding radiance. One day, I woke up to the noise of quivering planks and nails. And would you believe it was my own house leaving me? It had gotten so restless it grew a pair of legs, took a name and went on a hike. Housey was its name, bless its soul. Houses have no imagination. But I bet it had a grander adventure than I could ever imagine. This little flame is your home, burnt one. Keep him nurtured and safe, and you'll always find yourself in the right place. Through the rain, in the dark, and over Moon Mountain. Look at those stars burning like so many candle lights. Isn't this enough? Light like yours is hard to come by these nights. Some long for it so hard that they go looking for it in the wrong places. Funny thing about the walk. It takes you places, tells tales, but it won't utter a word about itself. Who took the sun away? Look at those stars burning like so many candle lights.
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities, for fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true. The dark could be a friend. Perhaps a space where we might find each other, all of us equal under its cloak. The dark could be an embrace and the release of the old, like taking off a tight shoe, laying bare one's feet, and taking a first step onto a new adventure. The dark could be a moment of clarity and calm, a break through icy clouds and the shameful stories we tell ourselves that fetter us to the clay and mud. The dark could be the space and time that we need to recover from the death of a dream and the quiet promise of new beginnings waiting on the other side of grief. In the end, the dark remains a mystery, its secrets locked away behind the stars. But one can rest assured that it is always there, watching, patiently waiting for us to enter it, with fire in our hearts and with eyes wide open.
You've arrived. Hark! Your fire is dying, but the last embers will light the final fireplace and send your potboy home. Can you do what you must? Naturally, you must. It is destined, and you will be loved and forgotten. The soothsayers have spoken the last words. It has been an honor to watch your journey to the work table's edge. Now go and burn. Burn.
Two-legged beings did prosper under the first sun, but it didn't matter how much they bathed in its light. They craved more. They sought to cage the sun, harness its power, and make it theirs. But the makers in their foresight had put the sun far, far away. so far that no creature could reach it. That's why, in their desperation, the two-legged ones began to collect matches, lighting them like minuscule suns of their own. But there are only so many matches in this world, and one day they'll run out, and they shall once again look to the sun.
this wretched gut feeling like something was up, like something was on the way, a danger I never could have guessed. I figured that's just how I always feel, and my worries seldom come true. And now here I am, and I have been for some time now, and it just won't come back. I'm thinking, while I had it, I didn't know what to do with it, how to care for it, enjoy it. But if I had it again tonight, I'd probably waste it all over again.
Once upon a time, some folk on the other side of this and that had the most strange and beautiful dream. I hope that tonight you caught a glimpse of it, and I wish you the levity and grace to smile in the darkest of times and on the way down your midnight walk.
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities, for fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true. The dark could be a friend, perhaps a space where we might find each other, all of us equal under its cloak. The dark could be an embrace and the release of the old, like taking off a tight shoe, laying bare one's feet, and taking a first step onto a new adventure. The dark could be a moment of clarity and calm, a break through icy clouds and the shameful stories we tell ourselves that fetter us to the clay and mud. The dark could be the space and time that we need to recover from the death of a dream and the quiet promise of new beginnings waiting on the other side of grief. In the end, the dark remains a mystery, its secrets locked away behind the stars. But one can rest assured that it is always there, watching, patiently waiting for us to enter it, with fire in our hearts and with eyes wide open.
You've arrived. Hark! Your fire is dying. The last ember. And set your You've arrived. Hark! Your fire is dying, but the last embers will light the final fire.
Once upon a time, some folk on the other side of this and that had the most strange and beautiful dream. I hope that tonight you caught a glimpse of it, and I wish you the levity and grace to smile in the darkest of times and on the way down your midnight walk.